What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 157 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room. And today I want to give you all the Week 18 picks around the NFL. And I know I'm about a week late on this, but better late than never. I'm just going to do a short video on who I think was going to win. And it was the last week of the season. Very sad for the regular season, but we're on to the playoffs. And in Week 17, I went 11-4 on my picks. Did a great job, and I'm trying to emulate some success similar to last week's picks in Week 18. So Saturday games, there's two Saturday games. We got the Chiefs taking on the Raiders, and the Chiefs are battling for that number one seed in the AFC playoffs. And I think they're just going to go in there and handle business against the Raiders, who don't have Derek Carr. So give me the Chiefs 37-14. Next is the Titans versus the Jaguars. The AFC South title is on the line. The Titans have just been horrible. They've lost 6 straight. Meanwhile, the Jags have been red hot, winning 4 or 5 straight. So I have to roll with the hot hand. I have to roll with the Jaguars here. I'm going to take them to win this game 28-22. As for the Sunday games, Browns versus Steelers. Playoff spot is on the line for the Steelers, but I do think that the Browns are going to rain on their parade, and I think they're going to not shut the Steelers out, but I think they're going to beat the Steelers by the score of 21-16. Next, the Ravens taking on the Bengals. So the AFC North title is on the line. No Lamar again for the Ravens. No Tyler Huntley. So they have the 7th round pick. I actually think he's an undrafted rookie quarterback, Anthony Brown, and he's going on the road facing a tough Bengals team who's been red hot. And I'm sorry, I can't pick the Ravens here. I got to go with the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to handle their business to clinch the division. I think they're going to do it 31-13. Next, the Vikings take on the Bears. So the Bears can get a number one draft pick if they lose and if the Texans win. I don't really see them putting much starters out there like Justin Fields to risk him getting hurt. And as for the Vikings, I have a playoff spot on lock. They're probably just going to play some starters, get a couple drives going, and then sit them. But, no matter who goes out there, starters or not, I got to roll with the Vikings here. I'm going to take them to win this game 33-18. Next is the Patriots taking on the Bills. So the Patriots are fighting for a playoff spot. Meanwhile, the Bills are going to be fighting for that 1 seed if Kansas City loses. The Bills have a lot to play for, too, because their safety, Damar Hamlin, suffered a very, very scary injury the other week where he was fighting for his life on the field. And I just feel like the Bills are going to use that energy to just take out the Patriots and, really make a statement this game. So I got the Bills winning this one. I'm going to go Bills 27 and Patriots 23. Next is the Jets taking on the Dolphins. So the Jets have nothing to play for. They're going to put out Joe Flacco at quarterback, and the Dolphins are fighting for that final playoff spot. They don't have Tua. They don't have Teddy Bridgewater, so they're going to put in the rookie quarterback, Skylar Thompson. And, it's a toss-up game here, but I'm going to roll with the Dolphins just because they have a slightly better offense than the Jets do. Not slightly. They have a way better offense than the Jets do. And yeah, I just have to roll with the Dolphins for that reason. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins winning 16-13. Next is the Bucks taking on the Falcons. So the Bucks have the 4th seed in the playoffs locked up, and they're taking on a Falcons team that is not making the playoffs. I think the Bucks are going to use some of their starters for the first half and then sit them. And the Falcons are going to use their starters, obviously, because most of them are rookies, especially on offense. Gain some experience. I'm going to have to go with the Bucks here, though. Seems like they always beat the Falcons, so give me the Bucks 27-17. Next is the Panthers taking on the Saints. So 2 teams that missed the playoffs. Panthers beat the Saints earlier. They're just trying to go out of the season on a high note. The Saints are trying to do the same thing. So really both teams have nothing to play for, but I guess I'd take the Saints here. I'm going to go 20-17 Saints. Next is the Texans taking on the Colts. So if the Texans lose this game, they can get the number one draft pick. So I could see them losing this game on purpose, but you never know, right? Like NFL players, they're not just going to roll over dead and just lose a game. Like they have too much pride for that. They work too hard. So you never know. And the Colts, they're just a complete mess, I'd say. That's really it. They've just been horrible. And this game is really just a coin flip between both teams. But I'm actually going to side with the Texans here. I'm going to pick the Texans to win this game 25-21. Next is the Cardinals taking on the Niners. So the Niners can clinch a number 1 seed in the NFC if the Eagles lose. So they're definitely going to have their starters out there ready to go against the depleted Cardinals team. So I got to roll with the Niners here. I think they're going to handle business 34-14. Next is the Cowboys taking on the Commanders. So the Cowboys can get the number 1 seed in the NFC with an Eagles and Niners loss. So the Cowboys are going to roll out their starters for most of this game, I feel, and I think they're going to handle business against the Commanders on the road. I'm going to go 30-20 for the Cowboys, especially because they're facing a rookie quarterback in Sam Howell for the Commanders. Next, the Rams take on the Seahawks. So the Seahawks are fighting for that final playoff spot in the NFC. The Rams have just been really bad, really bad this year, and the Seahawks have something to play for. So I expect the Seahawks to really not dominate this game, but go out there and make a point and say that, hey, we belong in the playoffs. And I believe they're going to do that with a win. I'm going to go 23-13 for the Seahawks. Next is the Giants taking on the Eagles. So the Eagles can clinch the number 1 seed and the NFC East with a win. The Giants aren't going to be starting anybody. They're resting people for playoffs. So, the Eagles should blow them out, but I'm going to pull for the Giants here. I got the Giants winning this one. I'm going to go 24-20. Jalen Hurts is banged up. If he gets hit a couple times, you never know what can happen. Next is the Chargers taking on the Broncos. The Chargers have a playoff spot on lock. They're probably going to have some starters out there for a little bit to get them fresh. And the Broncos, they've just been really bad this year. They're probably going to see what they can do in this final game just to end the season on a high note or a low note. Really, we'll see what happens. They have nothing to play for, but I'm going to take the Chargers in this spot. I'm going to go 28-20 in favor of the Chargers. And the final game is the Lions versus the Packers. So the Lions are fighting for a playoff spot if the Seahawks lose. The Lions can clinch a playoff spot with a win. And the Packers, if they just win in general, then they clinch the final spot in the NFC. And Aaron Rodgers is undefeated in those win-or-go-home situations. I believe he's 5-0 or 6-0. And, the Lions could upset the Packers. I don't know. It's just really hard to go against Aaron Rodgers here. And I don't think I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take the Packers to win this one 26-21. So that's it for my picks. My lock is going to be the Vikings over the Bears, and my upset is the Texans over the Colts. Thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on my Instagram. Do what you can to like, share, and promote my content. Thank you all, and have a wonderful night.